2 years ago, the world was buzzing. Hotels were humming, and IDeaS was generating billions of decisions to optimize on market conditions and opportunities for all of you around the world. Then the world, as we knew it, changed. Countries and economies went into lockdown, travel went into an abrupt stop, and many of you had to turn off the lights in your properties just to survive. Together, we went headfirst into uncharted territory. Demand falling off a cliff due to government restrictions, closing and reopening of hotels, constantly evolving market conditions. Our lives shut down, unable to see our loved ones and families, job losses, furloughs, and uncertainty. It was the most devastating period ever experienced for the hotel industry. But we survived. Vaccines were delivered, restrictions started to lift in many regions. Some of us started to see and hug our families and loved ones. Hotels reopened, and starting with the US, travel has started to bounce back in many places, often quicker than we expected, and we slowly turned the lights back on. And here we are, together in Minneapolis. Welcome. It's great to see so many of you in person and many of you remotely, but we're certainly not the same as we used to be. We've changed, our work has changed, our business has changed, customers have changed, and the way we hold meetings certainly has changed. These changes might be temporary, and some changes may last forever. We just don't know yet. But one thing we have learned is the unpredictable nature of this pandemic. The new world in which we operate requires a different approach, an approach that considers greater uncertainty, an approach that calls for more flexibility to cater to changing customer needs, and an approach that gives you the confidence and the control when the world around us spins faster and faster each and every day. Today, we'll talk about how the world has evolved and how, with the help of IDeaS, you can future-proof your business by innovating, connecting, and empowering, even in this time of rising uncertainty. What does this unprecedented volatility mean to us as revenue and commercial leaders? We have learned how to efficiently close and reopen hotels. Lead times have dramatically shortened, cancellations and changes have increased, and length of stay has increased in many places. There are also new competitive pressures. The competitive set in many markets look different, especially with the rise of alternative accommodation. And with leisure segments driving recovery, segmentation in many of your hotels looks like nothing like in previous years. At the same time, the return of business travel, meetings, and conferences is still uncertain, both in timing and in volume. Is this the new normal? I believe it will be for some time. The biggest change is in customer needs and expectations, because over the last year, our needs have dramatically evolved. We ordered food, scrambled for toilet paper, and became accustomed to Zoom meetings. Our expectations and interactions with technology have shifted. Customers now expect a technology-enabled experience everywhere when they travel, eat, entertain, and sleep away from home. In fact, a recent research study conducted by Skift and Oracle, 75% of hospitality executives surveyed agreed the pandemic accelerated the adoption of new technology. We see three significant drivers that are quickly converging: digitization, personalization, and merchandising. Each of those are critical to understand, and I'm going to expand on each of them today a little bit. Digitization drives how we use and interact with technology in our daily lives. 10 years ago, Siri introduced the Apple ecosystem. Imagine telling someone that you'll be able to speak to your phone, telling it to turn on your house lights from anywhere in the world. And within 1 second, your comment would travel from the phone to the cloud to a switch that turns on your lights, then travels back all the way to your phone to let you know that your lights are on. Think about all that happens in that 1 second to create that experience. And yet we don't even think about it. We just talk to our phones and expect it to happen. With all that digitization comes a huge amount of data that is being collected. What do customers expect us to do with that data? Make their experiences more effortless. Of course, there are privacy concerns, and we need to ensure that any collected data is absolutely safe. But over and over, customers are telling us that as long as the value they're receiving is significant enough, they're willing to trade privacy to a degree for convenience. In another recent joint research by Skift and Sabre, 81% of customers stated they were willing to switch their loyalty for a more personalized experience. However, in the same survey, when asked where people would go to book a combined hotel, tour, and car rental experience, only 27 picked hotels, versus more than 43% choosing OTAs. There is opportunity for us in this industry, enabling effortless, personalized experiences. And finally, as we collect more data, which we can use to personalize experiences, we can use this information to sell more stuff. Not just rooms, any stuff. And do that at a price that not just considers profitability, but makes profitability a key factor. From the previously mentioned research papers, we know that 52% of consumers are willing to pay more if they can choose products or services which are usually included in room rates. And 67% of hotel executives strongly agreed that non-room revenue will present a growing share of their annual revenue in the next 5 years. We have seen many technology providers in the last few months accelerating the development of capabilities to merchandise more effectively. We hear from you that the focus on add-on and auxiliary revenues will continue to grow significantly. COVID certainly highlighted technology gaps across the entire industry. Many companies were struggling to switch to remote and offer seamless experiences across the customer journey, especially as hotel companies were forced to reduce their staffing and costs. Anyone not having their tech stack in the cloud had it particularly hard. Others took the crisis as an opportunity to push forward. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts has pushed ahead with investments in cloud-based infrastructure, rollout of mobile check-in and check-out, and more. As the largest hotel company by number of properties, Wyndham is leading the way. But don't just trust my words. Let's hear directly from one of their executives. Lisa Chacho, Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at Wyndham, joins us remotely today to talk to us about how they have used the opportunity to innovate over the last 12 months. Hi, Lisa.
Good morning, Klaus. Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Morning. Great to see you. We have a full room here, so everyone is excited to hear from you.
It looks great.
Great. Well, talk to us a little bit, Lisa, how the last 12 or 18 months have shaped your strategy and what you have seen in changes in customer behavior.
Be happy to. You mentioned it a little bit. As the world's largest hotel franchising company with over 22 brands and 9,000 hotels around the world, we pretty much have seen it all over the last 12 to 18 months in terms of the impact of COVID. Here in the U.S., where Wyndham was unique is that over 90% of our hotels remained opened. And so with that brought different challenges and different opportunities for us to really engage our customers. And when we think about our customers, we think about our franchisees as well as the guests who are staying in their hotels. And so over the last 12 to 18 months here in the US, we've been very laser focused on ensuring that our franchisees were ready to welcome guests with changing expectations. And what that means is, we went from guests who, their number one reason to book throughout the pandemic, if they were able to travel, was if they were going to know that they were safe. That they were going to have peace of mind in their booking, flexibility in the booking policies, clean and safe policies at the hotels in terms of cleaning, and we could not communicate enough. And then from a guest perspective, it was really all about this technology. I mean, I would have, in the past, we would have been doing this in person, and now being able to join this meeting virtually shows the digital adoption that we've seen. And our guests have changed. And that change in expectation has happened at every segment of our industry. And as a leader in economy and mid-scale hotels, we believe that those experiences are expected and should be delivered regardless of price point. And so we've rolled out new technology like mobile check and checkout in our brand new app that is at a scale that has never been seen before. And we've coupled that with what you touched upon, Klaus. I mean, personalization, the ability for first-party data and for customers and loyalty to be driven by, the idea that if I give you my information, you are going to make it valuable for me. I think where Wyndham has really excelled over the last year is understanding that behind all those data points is a person, is a guest who has different needs and different wants, different reasons for travel, different mission for travel, and our ability to activate and mobilize our data in a way that we never have before have allowed us to not only build that trust through the pandemic, but is really setting us up for loyalty well into the future.
Thanks, Lisa. How does your decision-making processes evolve over the last 12 months? Just tell us quickly a little bit about that.
Sure. I mean, I think, again, being able to leverage digital technology and being able to keep our teams closer around the world than they ever have before have allowed us to expedite the decision making. We put our people in the center, our team members, our franchisees, and our guests. And every decision that we made was with them in mind. And by being able to be connected in a way like we never have before, we were able to bring to market at a speed like we never have before programs and services and systems and tools that are benefiting all those different groups of people.
Thank you so much, Lisa. I really appreciate you taking the time joining us remotely from New Jersey.
Thank you, Klaus. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate sharing your thoughts with us. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, what a great example of a company taking diversity into opportunity. And I know Wyndham is not the only one, but what a great example. And really appreciate Lisa joining us on stage today. Wyndham is certainly on the right track as consumers are pushing the industry forward with higher expectations. We've talked about the accelerated convergence of digitization, personalization, and merchandising. And for merchandising to target specific customer sets with highly relevant things to convert shoppers into bookers. IDeaS recognizes the shift in customer expectations, and we've focused our efforts on building new capabilities to elevate revenue management across the industry. It is our mantra that if you need a simple or sophisticated revenue management approach, have a simple or complex problem to solve, or manage revenues at the property's regional or central level, IDeaS will have the right solutions for you to maximize your revenues and profit opportunities for greater commercial success. Today, convergence is upon us, and we're bringing it all together as IDeaS innovates, connects, and empowers the forces that will help you transform the field of revenue management and hospitality ownership. As we prepare to emerge stronger than ever from industry disruption, IDeaS has used this time to accelerate the development that will help hotels emerge ready to own the upswing. You'll hear today from IDeaS product development team presented by Stephen Hamilton and David Wilke, how IDeaS has been working to unify the data to provide greater data insights and new controls that will drive increased profitability and efficiency, and how IDeaS platform can grow with you as your needs evolve. We are doubling down in areas of innovation and creative revenue generation and profit optimization. Optimization that is built on a solid foundation of revenue science, optimization that uses highly scalable technology platforms, optimization that is agile and can be customized to specific end users and personas. Data is the lifeblood that keeps our revenue engines pumping. And while the hospitality industry is interdependent, historically, there has been friction and frustration in trying to seamlessly integrate across the technology ecosystem. That is especially true for IDeaS. The RMS is arguably the most data-hungry of all systems in hotels, not only using a staggering amount of data to determine the right forecast, inventory, and pricing decisions, but that inbound data must also be of extremely high quality and accuracy. The RMS decisions must reflect the true picture of what is going on at the hotel or in the market, and we spend a tremendous amount of time and resources to ensure our data is accurate. Just think about the connections required to ingest data sources such as PMS, rate shopping, reputation, future demand, CRS, channel managers, and many more. All must work in continuous unison to accurately synchronize pricing information. Until now, this has required very cumbersome and tedious work to connect each of the providers, certify the quality of the data, and ensure integration standards are met. Luckily, the winds are changing. Over the last few years, innovative technology providers, many of them in the room today, have created faster, cheaper, and easier integration capabilities. Some of the largest hospitality software providers are simplifying their approach to integrations. The time is coming when instead of having to integrate each of their products individually, one API will provide access to their entire set of data any hotel company might want to make available to their technology partners. We work with technology providers, large and small, to find new and better ways to connect to each other. We're very proud of the quality of over 250 integrations worldwide, and we're excited about the strong innovation partnership with some of the leading names in the industry, including our sponsors today. You'll hear later about their latest innovations to help you sell, distribute, and operate more efficiently. Today on stage, you'll hear from Olga Toller-Rodriguez, our head of global alliances, and Stephen Hamilton, plus clients and partners about we have joined forces to bring optimization capabilities to life. Data and technology are great, but the last 18 months have proven that machines and people have worked together for the winning combination. Especially in times of uncertainty, it is crucial to critically evaluate what a system is doing and challenge the decisions when appropriate. More and more stakeholders, channel managers, finance, asset managers, owners are asking for more specific questions and expect answers to guide their decision-making. Many times they're turning to you, the revenue expert, as the trusted source to provide those answers. This has resulted in the emergence of true revenue leaders who now have a seat at the executive table and provide accurate and timely guidance to decision-making. We are focused on enabling you as revenue and commercial leaders with not just the right tools for insights, but also the right organizational structure so you are empowered to make the right decisions. You'll hear from Mike Chuma, VP Marketing, Engagement and Enablement, and Digna Martinez, Head of Consulting and IDeaS Clients, how companies have managed to successfully reimagine their revenue and commercial organizations. It's been a wild ride, and the need to converge has never been more evident than in the last year. We have literally stuck together through thick and thin to overcome the most challenging period this industry and the world has ever faced. I want to thank all of you for trusting us with your most valuable decisions, what to sell, when, and to whom. I also want to thank all of you for continuing to challenge us to do more and do better. It is only through open and honest communication that we can be the best possible partners to all of you. On behalf of the entire IDeaS team, I can promise you that we will not stand still to empower you to reimagine your commercial success, reignite your profitability, reinvent what's possible, and help you light up your revenues.